Um, I'm actually on two devices right now, so hello everybody. And if you see me looking in different directions, that's because I'm on two devices. So just wanted to go live and talk about the topic today, which is that Fruition Music performance tracks will no longer be on streaming services, at least until further notice. And so we'll be available on iTunes, Amazon, and our website. And the reason being is that streaming services are extremely good for the listening experience. I myself use streaming services as well. I'm a fan of Apple Music and that kind of thing. But for us that are artists and different companies that are thriving off of the sales of digital downloads, it can really be tough, and it can really have a substantially negative impact. So that's the situation that we're in at Fruition Music. As we looked at the reports, we sat down and did a detailed look at the reports for the last 4 years. And what we noticed is that as the trends grow as far as streaming services, digital download sales are on the decline. So we've noticed a substantial drop. I mean, we're from, say, about 2 years ago, the streams are double and the digital downloads are about half. So in order for us to be able to stay providing quality tracks and providing quality services, we have to just tweak our formula. If not, then the streaming services will take us under and we'll no longer be a company. We won't be able to even stay in business to continue to offer the tracks on streaming or on digital downloads. So we need your help. Everybody out there that has supported us and that continues to support us, we appreciate you and we need your help. So right now, a lot of our releases are coming down from the streaming, and it will be about maybe at tops a week before the tracks will be completely out of the streaming side and only available via digital download. And that will be on iTunes, that'll be on Amazon, and that will be on our website. So we really hope that you support, we really hope that you understand, in order for us to be able to continue to go as a business and to be able to continue up the work that we're doing. The good thing is that, anything that you purchase, you'll always have on your device, and you'll always be able to re-download if anything ever happens to your device. You can put it on as many devices as you want, and and then you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi interference. If you're ever in a place where you're trying to use the tracks, there's nothing worse than a Wi-Fi signal dropping. I don't know if you all already had that experience, but it's very real. So a digital download will allow you to have it and to own it, so that way you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi and only using it when you have the internet and so forth and so on. Also, the benefit is, with iTunes, you get the highest quality digital download. Same thing with Amazon and with our website. So not only is it better in that way, as far as you owning the song, but you also get a higher quality download as well. That's more higher quality than streaming is concerned. So with that being said, again, this will take effect in about a week. We have a number of stores and there's a process. So a week's top, and then everything will be available on iTunes and Amazon. And I guess the thing I have to say is that, with this move, just like any business, this move is a risk-taking business. And so even with this move, it's a risk involved. But what we realize is that we kind of are at a point where we have no choice. If we don't do it, then we may not be around to be able to continue to offer services. So please spread the word. Please tell your friends and family about our tracks, so that we can be able to continue to thrive and continue to build an audience. We thank you for all the subscribers. This is the first live stream that I've done, And I didn't introduce myself. My name is Aaron Hill, and I'm the owner of Fruition Music. How could I forget to introduce myself? So it's the first live stream. Won't be the last, but definitely just wanted to touch bases with everyone. So I think that's about it. Let me check on my notes just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Well, I got you all. Let's see. Another thing is, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop a question or drop a comment as well while we're here. So those stores, just to kind of run down the list so that it's clear, those stores will include Spotify, Google Play streaming, Napster, eMusic, Media.net, Simfi, Deezer. What else we got here? Just running down the list of all the songs. iHeartRadio, eMusic, Groove, Verve Life, Simfi Australia. These are all the stores. I think that's about it. For most of you guys that use streaming, I believe Spotify is probably your streaming service of choice. I know that's really popular, Spotify and Apple Music. Like I said, I'm an Apple Music user myself. So yeah, those are the stores, just to kind of give you an update on what stores the tracks will be removed from. And again, the stores that will be left will be iTunes, will be, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I just saw the comment drop. I'm trying to keep up now. This is my first time actually using live streaming on YouTube. Okay. Sir Alec Bryant, you say you can't find the tracks on iTunes. So if you look, all you have to do is do a Google search and just type in Fruition Music, it's Fruition, iTunes, and there'll be a Google link that comes up that gives you all the products in the stores. Or you can just, in iTunes, or you can just go to iTunes and just type in Fruition Music. I'm not sure why you can't find anything on iTunes. We actually have 265 albums on iTunes, and we have over 2,000 songs on iTunes. As a small church, we truly have come to rely on for your tracks, and we support you wherever you are. Thank you so much. Akeisha with Apple and Akeisha with Napster. Yes, so it will be removed from Apple Music. We will still be on Apple, it'll just be on iTunes. And Big Wheel Warrior says, how come? The reason why, I'm glad you asked that, even though I'm answering the questions, I have to realize that I'm very familiar with the industry and with the numbers and that kind of thing, but not everybody is. So let me go a little bit further as far as breaking it down. So the main reason why is that as an artist and as a company, when you sell an MP3 through iTunes or Amazon, you get the MP3 may be 99 cents. You get it. They only take 29% of that, so they only take 29 cents, and so you get 70 cents. Or they take about 30 cents, so you get 70 cents on the dollar. When it comes to streaming, in fact, I'll give you some very real numbers. These are like some inside numbers. So you get 70 cents off of every 99 cents track. So say if you're able to sell, let's just pick a figure like, in fact, I'm going to give you a figure based off of what we found with the streaming. So if we sold, let me do some math here. If we sold 400,000 MP3s, let me do some math, bear with me, I'm using my calculator. 400 MP3s, and we got 70 cents on that. We make $280,000, right? If we sold 400,000 MP3s and we get 70 cents, we'd make $280,000. With streaming, for 400,000 streams, you get paid $360. So just compare $280,000 with $360. There's just no way that any business, any person, I would even argue, could thrive off of having that much output and that much return. So I hope that answers your question. I'm gonna try to answer a few more questions. So yeah, that's the basic gist. Streaming services, the reason why we have to pull it is because if not, it will be completely the demise of Fruition Music as a business, as far as the performance tracks, because we will not be at all making any profit to be able to keep up, even to be able to just renew our releases and keep them in the stores, our annual fees and that kind of thing. It's such a blessing. Thank you, Michelle Column. I appreciate your support. We appreciate your support. All right, Bigger Mac says MIDI tracks are great for using in DAW. Do more mainstream praise and worship songs with MIDI. We buying every week. The prices are more than fair. Thank you. And one thing I want to say about that's a good point to bring up. So you have to bear with us when it comes to the song selection. The reason why, because most people don't know, you have to go through a licensing process in order to license the songs, and not all songs are available. In fact, some songs are very, very, very hard to get, even due to the fact that some other artists don't have their business set up properly. And so sometimes it's almost impossible to get a license. So we do what we can, and we'll be trying to continue to bring you more and more material in the future. Let's see. Will you be able to make requests? Yes, we do have that option available. However, some licenses are available and some aren't. We also have a customized track services where we've become affiliated with about 5 other producers who help us out because we have a lot to do with just maintaining daily operations. So in the very beginning, we were producing all the tracks. Now we do a lot of outsourcing in order to help us to keep up with the demand. So if you are interested in customized track services, just email us and we'll shoot you the message that has all the info for our affiliates to help you with that. We thank you for all your well wishes. The music sounds good. Thank you for your support, Doug21. I'm sorry, I'm looking on my phone, so it's a little small. Does this affect Google Play? Yes, it does affect Google Play from the aspect of streaming. Yes, because the same thing there. Now, it's possible that it'll still be able to be downloaded on Google Play, but as of right now, the streaming will not be available. Sharice says, I love using the tracks. Thank you, Sharice. I really appreciate you. We got some other things coming up, like for instance, we have some hymns coming out and that kind of thing because we don't have to pay for licenses for those, and it helps. We can duplicate those pretty fast. Buff Queez says, come on now, it's not greed, ministry costs, you pay for everything else. That's very true. Thank you. Because, this is the thing. When I founded this business in 2007, I started off, many of you all don't know this, but I started off with a website, and the tracks were only available on the website. Now, the tracks were about, and this is even still on the light side. In fact, I'm going to give y'all some more information. While we're here, we might as well, have a bit of a cool kind of talk to get to know the people, and you guys can get to know me. So I started the company in 2007, and in 2007, the first model I had was I built a website, and the tracks were offered for $25 a track. Now, even that's still cheap, and the reason why is there are countless hours that go into making these tracks. And many of y'all may not know this, but you start from learning a song, which we call transcribing it. You have to learn every part. You have to learn every lick, every break, everything, every chord. You have to learn all that. Then from there, you have to recreate it from scratch, instrument by instrument. Then it has to be edited so that it can be polished. It has to be mixed and then mastered. And then we have to go through the process of releasing the music and that kind of thing. So because of that, it really is an involved process. Day Win Tracks at daywin.com. Check them out too. Shameless plug. They're a great company, and they offer performance tracks as well. We called Daywin just to talk to them about the business as we got started, and they laughed at us when they found out how much we were offering the tracks for. But what we knew was that there was going to be a niche for this kind of thing. There was going to be a niche. So we went from $25 a track to 99 cents a track, which is the other thing too. And I'm glad that I think it was either Bigger Mac or Big Queez brought it up. I think it was Bigger Mac. These tracks are only 99 cents. So at the end of the day, I understand convenience, because all of us are affected by the convenience of the way that the music industry is going, for sure. But to complain about buying a 99-cent track that goes through, at least for every track, at least 10 hours of work, I just think that at best it's a fair trade-off for people that need tracks, need to be able to use them, and don't have the resources to a lot of money. You can't really beat 99 cents. So thank you for that, for saying that. And I hope that those people that have an issue with it, I hope maybe that sheds some light on it, because I mean, that's all we're asking is 99 cents. And then we don't even get 99 cents off of each track. So that's why we're saying that. That's why this move is so important. Periscope episodes. Currently, Sharice, we don't. And that's only because it's hard to keep up with all the social media platforms. I myself, for one, have trouble keeping up with all of them. I really like Facebook. And it's the first time I've streamed on YouTube. I'll be doing more YouTube streams. But Periscope, it seems with the advent of Facebook live stream that Periscope is not as popular. And even if it is, it's kind of easier on Facebook because the rest of the fan base and audience is already there. So more than likely the live streams will only happen via our Facebook page, which we're actually streaming right now, the Facebook group, which I encourage you all to join too. That's the other thing. While we're here, besides your like and subscribe, which I know most of you all here have already done, that's why you're here. Also, check us out on Facebook and join the group, because what we want is for everyone that uses the tracks to, when you perform with them, take a little cell phone video or HD camera video or something like that, and upload them to our Facebook group. And all it is the Fruition Music Performance Track Facebook group. Just go ahead and search it, and go ahead and send a request so that we can approve you. We want to see how you're using the tracks. Also, you get to drop feedback in there, you get to ask questions, but most of all, we want you to demonstrate how you're using the track and sharing with other users as well. So that's on Facebook, Fruition Music Performance Track Facebook group. Yeah, Bigger Max says banging out the tracks individually just to use the church is almost not worth the time. How many hours exactly? Thank you, James Taylor, for the compliment about the tracks. And the email address, you can, thank you, Jesse Ryan, and thank you, Antonio, for your support. Doug, what's the email address? So you can email me personally, actually, at aaronhill28@comcast.net. It's 2 A's, RON Hill28@comcast.net. You can also go right through the website too. It'd be easier to go through the website because that one we have in a certain place so that we can see that all those messages are related to the music. So I actually shouldn't have said my email address. Go through the website, go to fruitionmusicstore.net, and go ahead and send a message through there. Small congregation, Cassandra Parker. Thank you. And that's what we created it for basically different individuals and assemblies of people that didn't have musicians and couldn't afford to pay a lot of money for music. So that's why we said that we hope that this is meaningful to you, and we hope that, even with what we need in order to survive, that we can have everybody to just continue to help out. I mean, even if you've been streaming all this time and you have a subscription service, I mean, even if you streamed 100 tracks and now you have to pay $100 to own those tracks, I mean, it's an investment. And also, if you're part of an organization, it doesn't even have to come out of your pocket. You could have, most people that use the tracks aren't the only ones. They might use them with a group of people. And even if you have a group of people and everybody helped out with $1 just to be able to get the tracks, I mean, it would be really, really good. Fably Ruzzy. Oh, thank you, Robert. So yes, we are still producing tracks. What we have to do, and you can go back and listen to the stream from the beginning when we're done. You can also click on the other video